Hello world, Geriatric Geek here. How in the heck are you? I hope you're doing great. It's another beautiful, beautiful morning here in North Las Vegas. Um, hey, thanks for joining me here on my little channel. I do appreciate it, I really do. Today is March the 25th, 2021. See, Thursday, I do believe. So, hey, thanks again for joining me, and I hope you stick around. I'm going to talk a little bit about some Grindhouse video sale items I picked up and some Warner Archive 4 for 44 sale that just finished, I think last week or the week before. So, yeah, let's get right into it, and I'll let you see what I picked up. Pretty good stuff, I think. So let me know what you think down below, if you've seen any of these or can recommend which one I should watch first, that kind of thing. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Let's check it out. First on the list, I'm trying to complete this whole set. I already have the volume 1, but Popeye the Sailor Man, yeah, volume 2. This is 107 minutes, non-rated, 2019. Of course, this is all from the shorts that they used to show before the movies back in the day. 15 color theatrical shorts, it says. Who doesn't like Popeye? Well, maybe a lot of people, but I loved it. So yeah, 1940s. Let's see, 15 uncut cartoons never before released, remastered from original Technicolor and Cinecolor negatives. Here comes 15 previously unreleased adventures featuring our favorite two-fisted fighter that are literally out of this world. Secret to this seaman's success is location, location, location. And with this new collection, you'll travel with Popeye and crew into outer space, all around the globe and under the sea. There you go. The writing is very small on there. You want to check it out? So yeah, I'm glad to have been able to pick this one up. Like I said, I already have volume 1. I think I already have volume 3 also, but we'll see. And sticking with cartoons, I was able to pick up Tex Avery's Screwball Classics. Tex Avery's Screwball Classics. This is volume 1, non-rated, 138 minutes. They put this out in 2020. Obviously, it's from stuff from way back. This gets really good reviews. Actually, these cartoons were from 1942 to 1958. There were several masters of animation during Hollywood's golden era. Of the top 2 geniuses, one created elaborate fairy tales, wonder who that could have been, and ornate feature-length fantasies. The other guy was Tex Avery. He just wanted to make you laugh. Having already been integrally involved in the development of Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, and Bugs Bunny for Warner Brothers, Avery moved to MGM in 1941 to create a set of comedy masterpieces that defined a new slapstick style for animation, inspiring cartoonists, comedians, and filmmakers for decades to come. Avery's unit at Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer was all about breaking the fourth wall, shattering expectations, and making audiences fall down with laughter. His one-shot masterpieces included Bad Luck Blackie, Red Hot Riding Hood, that's a good one, kind of crazy, but good one, and Sympathy in Slang, have proven themselves pure gold, and continuing characters like Droopy, Screwball Squirrel, and George and Junior, not to mention Spike, Red, and the Wolf, remain unforgettable comic personas among the top rank of cartoondom. There you go. Tex Avery's. This includes shorts of Red Hot Riding Hood, Who Killed Who, What's Buzzin' Buzzard, Batty Baseball, The Hick Chick, Bad Luck Blackie, Garden Gopher, The Peachy Cobbler, Symphony in Slang, Screwball Squirrel, The Screwy Truant, Big Heel Watha, Lonesome Lenny, Hound Hunters. Man, there's a bunch of good stuff on there. So if you haven't seen it, you ought to pick this up. I really can't wait to check them out myself. So that's the second thing from Warner Brothers Archive. Please pardon my eyes. They are watering like crazy. Allergies. From the Archive collection, Boris Karloff, that's right, in Frankenstein, 1970. Black and white, 83 minutes from 1958. Sorry about that. Somebody's spam risked me. So this is Boris Karloff. This is his 5th Frankenstein movie, as far as I know. It's very atmospheric. Is there a doctor in the house? At the eerie house of Frankenstein, the answer is yes. And he's out to make right the experiment in playing God that's doomed his family for generations. There's also a Karloff in the house, a fact that makes 1958's Frankenstein 1970 a must-see for savvy fright fans. 27 years after scaring the daylights out of everyone as the lumbering monster in Frankenstein, Boris Karloff is at the other end of the laboratory switches and gizmos. He's Dr. Victor Frankenstein, an aging, hulking shambles of dignity and menace who agrees to let a TV crew shoot a horror flick at the family castle. The crew members don't know it yet, but they're just what the doctor ordered. Fresh body parts ready for harvesting. Frankenstein. Love it. All right. Next up from Warner Archive. Little vampire action. The Fearless Vampire Hunters. Or Killers, excuse me. The Fearless Vampire Killers. 107 minutes, not rated, 1967. This is a bit of a comedy horror, I guess. Directed by Roman Polanski. This is an old-time gothic vampire film. Gets really good reviews. I have not seen it. Near brilliant mixture of humor and horror. It's the living end. A fancy dress ball for blood fiends in Count von Krolock's Transylvanian castle. Surely no mortal would be foolish enough to infiltrate this hemo-gobbling horror of a soiree. But partygoers notice something in the ballroom mirrors, the reflections of humans, vampire killers, dancing among them. Sounds good to me. Let me know down below what you guys think if you've seen it. There's the back. Sounds good. Vampires, gotta love them. No, you don't. Archive collection. The invasion continues of Body Snatchers. Body Snatchers, 87 minutes, 1993, R-rated, gets pretty good reviews. I personally loved Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and I guess this is kind of a follow-up, that was from like 1978 or something. Let's see what we'll say. Splendidly creepy, it knows how to scare you and isn't afraid to try. Don't sleep, don't ever sleep. That's when it happens. That's when tentacles leave the alien pod and enter your ears and nostrils. Soon you're not you anymore. You've been taken over, a victim of body snatchers. A science fiction classic gets an eerie modern update in this spellbinder inspired by 1956's Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I like that one too, but I like 1978. And from the producer of the 1978 remake. So I like the 78 one better, I think, but it's just me. Advances in screen special effects now enable director Abel Ferreira and his crew of wizards to depict the actual birthing of a pod. Body Snatchers. I did not have this in my collection, so I'm glad to have it. Cannot wait to check that one out. Next up in the archive collection, we have Wouldn't You Like to Learn How to Flip Your Lid? If you're chopping for entertainment, here's the super shocker of them all. 2 on a guillotine. Black and white, 107 minutes, 1964. It's not rated. It's pretty good reviews. It's got Connie Stevens and Cesar Romero. He was my favorite Joker, by the way. 20 years ago, a little accident with a guillotine trick left magician Duke Duquesne's wife, on-stage assistant, without a head, and their baby daughter, Cassie, without a mother. Now the great Duquesne may have another trick up his sleeve. He dies, leaving Cassie a sizable inheritance if she spends 7 nights in his spooky mansion. With a fearless young reporter by her side, Cassie braves terrors that could be the work of evil spirits. Or are they the illusions dreamed up by Casey's dear demented dad? Connie Stevens, Dean Jones, and Cesar Romero star in a creepy horror fest that offers scares, screams, a return of that guillotine, and Max Steiner's penultimate score. Somehow I never saw this back in the day, so happy to pick it up and check it out. If you guys have seen it, let me know what you thought of it, please. All right, next up, Warner Archive, Terror to Delight Worshippers of the Macabre, From Beyond the Grave. 98 minutes, PG, so it can't be too much, huh? PG, 1973. It's a fantasy horror. Gets pretty good reviews. And evidently it's an anthology film. British horror. Temptations Limited, terror is its stock and trade. Bolt the door, lower the lights, and settle in for a stylish 5-episode supernatural shocker possessed of a shivery all-star cast and drenched in evil. Welcome to Temptations Limited, a decrepit antique shop whose unwary customers get more than they bargain for from the wily proprietor, Peter Cushing. Much more. Go to the head of the horror class if you can predict who will join the ranks of the doomed from among this roll call of distinguished British actors. Okay. Sounds interesting. You guys check out the back there. All right, and the last of that's the Warner Archive sale, the 444. What a deal, right? Because all of these things are like $20-some now. The Satanic Rites of Dracula. The Satanic Rites of Dracula, R-rated, 88 minutes, 1973, with Christopher Lee. This is the eighth in the Hammer Dracula series of movies. The Dread Lord's final fiendish plan. A dying man's report of a ritual black mass stirs Britain's security chief into action, and a mansion filled with young vampire girls is soon discovered. And this is but the first twist in a labyrinth of horror. Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee pair up for the final Hammer Dracula in this follow-up to Dracula A.D., 1972. In this go-around, the Count, Christopher Lee, follows a more pulpish, super-villainous playbook, posing as a millionaire industrialist, alive and well and living in London, while secretly brewing up a batch of super plague in a quest to destroy the world. Sounds interesting. Let me know if you've seen it down below. All right, so that's it for the Warner Archive bunch. All right, so Grindhouse Video had a sale also, and I picked up a few. By the way, Grindhouse is going to be having an Arrow sale starting March 30th. Not sure if they'll be priced around, usually when the Arrow goes on sale, it's around $19. I'm not sure what it'll be priced at, but I do know they have a sale, Arrow sale, starting March 30th. So how about a little horror? More horror. Here we have Ragdoll, Killjoy, and Crips. That's right, it's a 3-pack, 3 DVD set. I have seen Killjoy. I have not seen Ragdoll or Crips. Let me know down below if you have. Ragdoll, 16-year-old Kwame performs in a local hip-hop band. While living with his aged grandmother, he has grown up listening to her talk about her magical powers. When his gran is put into the hospital by the local thugs, Kwame invokes the killing magic and puts it into his gran's old rag doll. However, there is a terrible price to pay for dealing with the Shadow Man and his magic of the killing kind. That's Ragdoll. I'll let you read. This is put out by Full Moon. Yeah, Full Moon. I think this Ragdoll was written by Charles Band. Is it Charles Band? Charles Band, yeah. I'd happen to have his tourist trap set here, just sitting by me here. This is going to be a giveaway coming up pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. Charles Band he's been involved in, golly, IMDb, I think, lists him with well over 300 being a producer or writer, I guess. So he's been around and done quite a bit of stuff, including Ghoulies. So you can read the rest about Killjoy and Crips. What is Crips about here? Would-be rappers. All right. Lured to Crips, a mysterious strip club that's beyond anything they've ever imagined. All hell breaks loose when they find that the sexy ladies there are sipping more than gin and juice. Okay. Yeah, a little 3-pack action from Grindhouse Video. Next up, You'll Never Forget the Terror That Lives Inside. House in the Alley. From 2012, 94 minutes. It's not rated. This was put out originally by Scream Factory, I do believe. Yeah. It's a ghost story. Vietnamese ghost story, evidently. A young couple settling into their new life in their spacious home lose their baby through a miscarriage. After the tragedy, Tao, T-A-O, is inconsolable and won't let her baby's body leave the house. She soon begins suffering from terrifying visions, and she slowly begins to lose her sanity. Her husband, Than, soon begins experiencing strange things around their home. And when his wife turns on him, he must race to uncover the secrets of the house in the alley before they both lose their sanity and their lives. The film broke box office records when it debuted in its home country of Vietnam. There you go. Looks interesting. Can't wait to check that one out. Next up, Blu-ray action inspired by true events. Warning, trespassers will be executed. Okay, Greystone Park. R-rated, 2011, 83 minutes. This is The reason I got this is because it was actually filmed in an abandoned mental hospital. I really like that kind of a thing. I used to work, or I was an intern in a mental hospital in Weston, West Virginia, back in the late 70s, I guess middle 70s. Creepy, creepy stuff, I have to say. There you go, Greystone Park. Do you believe in ghosts? In October 2009, the filmmakers broke into the abandoned psychiatric hospital known as Greystone Park. Infamous for its use of electroshock and lobotomies to treat mental illness, according to urban legend, anyone who dared enter the haunted institution would go insane. Once inside, the filmmakers quickly discover they are not alone. Encountering escaped patients, ghosts, and demonic shadows, they descend into a terrifying realm of fear, paranoia, and madness. This is the record of their harrowing experience. Found footage film. Probably a little shaky, probably not the greatest, but I do like anything in an asylum, and the atmosphere is really cool to me, I think. That's one of the biggest draws for me. Next up, a vicious, poignant new take on the supernatural slasher. Some Kind of Hate. Looks like a revenge film. That's why I got it. 83 minutes, not rated, 2015. A bullied kid evidently is going to get some revenge. Relentless bullying has turned Lincoln's life into a nightmare, but soon he learns the true meaning of terror when he is sent to a remote school for troubled teens, and the harassment starts all over again. Only this time someone is watching, a teenage girl named Mora, who was driven to suicide by vicious bullying years ago. When Lincoln accidentally summons Mora from the grave, he unleashes a vengeful and unstoppable force on a mission of blood-soaked revenge. Strong, scary, smart, and sinister, it says. Nice, nice. Get that revenge. Next up. Man, eyeballs. Something called The Order. I don't know if I'm going to like this one or not, but 121 minutes, 2008. Can't show you the back. It's kind of got some naked folks on there. The cheerful holiday of a young couple is upset by an unexpected meeting and the gift of an old medallion. Such mysterious jewel seems to have an evil influence on the fascinating girl, turning into a bond that is going to tie her to a group of disquieting people, subdued to the will of their grim, charismatic boss. Inexplicably, Roberta is overwhelmed and escapes during the night in order to meet her terrible destiny. The upset fiancé begins his desperate quest, helped by a stranger with an obscure past. Okay. I'm not big on this kind of, sex-related horror stuff. It's not me. It's not my stuff. Although it's in a lot of horror, I guess, but it's not my favorite. So I thought I'd check it out. We'll see. And the last pickup was Last House on the Beach. 1978, 90 minutes, not rated. This is put out by Severin. Gets middle of the road reviews. It's another revenge film. Yay! Stylish but depraved, a nasty slice of exploitation that should please fans of Last House on the Left, and They Call Her One Eye. As European producers raced to top the deviant extremes of 1972's Last House on the Left, only one movie dared to combine the genres of sicko-psycho thriller with the unholy depravity of nunsploitation. So it's a nun getting revenge. Okay. Sounds interesting. Last House on the Beach. Let me know if you guys have seen any of those and which I should watch first. So hey, thanks for sticking around. And because you did, that's right, the old geek is going to give you something. That's right, I'm going to do a little giveaway. It's going to be 3 movies this time. 3 movies are coming to whomever wins. And what you need to do is put the keyword in the comments section. You have to be a subscriber, please, and you cannot live outside of the United States. Can't send to Canada, man, it's so expensive, or anywhere else as far as that goes. So if you live in the United States and you're a subscriber, you could possibly win one of these or all 3 of these movies. I'm sending all 3 of these to one winner. So we have John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd in The Blues Brothers 4K. That's right, 4K. It says digital code, but I took that. But the movie itself, both in there, I have not watched either of them other than to take the digital code out. So the comedy, The Blues Brothers. Who doesn't like that one? So if you're interested, you're going to comment in the comments section. I'm just going to use the word, let's see, what am I going to say? We're going to say Sting. Why? Because the next movie is a Steelbook, Blu-ray, digital HD. It does not have the digital code. I've harvested that. But yeah, The Sting. How many of you guys have not seen this? If you haven't seen it, you should. But if you'd like to have a Steelbook in your collection, use the word Sting in the comment below. And a week from now, or a week from today, Thursday, next week, I'll select the winner by random comment selector. And whomever wins, I'll send the stuff along. And guess what? 3 more movies. That's right. Predator. 3 movie collection. There is no digital. I've harvested that. But these movies have not been watched. The discs themselves are, never been taken out of the case. Predator, all 3 of the movies. The action is out of this world in this terrifying trilogy featuring one of the most fearsome creatures in sci-fi history. Arnold Schwarzenegger doing his thing. All 3 films. All 3. All 3 coming to one person, one of my subscribers, right? So, hey, that's cool. I think it's cool. So if you want one, use the word Sting in the comments. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention that I'm always looking to fill in my Doctor Who collection, and my friend Art, who is Artist is the Bomb on Instagram. I'll leave a link to his Instagram in my description. But he's a really good guy. He sells some stuff occasionally, so check him out if you're interested. But he sent this along to me, Doctor Who, the Christmas specials. And he also included a couple extras. Guillermo del Toro's Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, which I have already. But thank you so much, Art. I have someone that will really love to have this, so I'm going to move that on to my cousin, actually. And Zombie Night. I did not have this, so again, thank you so much, Art. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I'll leave a link to Art in my description. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Let's get this old fart to 2,000 subscribers. What do you say? Help me out. Tell your friends, your neighbors, your enemies. Hit that notification bell if you want to know when I put up a new video. Probably I'm hoping to do another one this Sunday or Monday. Walmart, Amazon scores. So yeah, Amazon was doing 2 for 1 kind of thing this last week. It may still be going on. So hey, you guys keep smiling, keep having fun, keep that positive attitude. And until next time, peace.